Thanks for staying with us. So, Obafemi Awolowo University in Ile-Ife, Osun State, has introduced the new dress code policy for students, outlining specific guidelines and penalties for non-compliance. The university's management has identified various forms of unacceptable dressing among students, particularly among Gen Z, and has established a range of punishments, including expulsion, for those who violate the code. This move aims to promote a more professional and respectful environment on campus. Netizens have been raising concerns about individuality and self-expression, as some students may feel that the dress code restricts their freedom to choose what they wear. Others are arguing that the policy is too strict or unfairly targeted towards certain groups. Additionally, some have questioned whether it's necessary measure to maintain a conducive learning environment. Now, the severity of the punishments, including expulsion, is being seriously debated. What are your thoughts on it? You can join the conversation on 09024163440. Tweet us at TVC Connect using the hashtag YourViewTVC. This took me back to Delta State University. Yes. That year. There was a year that the chaplain was just going around and catching people for expulsion. Hey! I now wore my mpempe. And jean. I was just walking into campus. Somebody just grabbed me. Hey, I denied my studentship. I'm a visitor, so I'm not here. Because people were going home just for dressing. And it wasn't like I was so exposed. Just you will see a little of my flat tummy at the time and all of that. I'm not a member. I came from Unibeno. I just came to visit. That was how, as I went
Flesh and blood, they don't reveal that light to you.
Shirts. Till I left the university, I was on shirts. But when I saw this, right, I have mixed feelings about it because of some of the things we've seen and some of the things that are happening right now. But I'll come to the ladies and then I can add my thoughts. Who's ready to go?
Okay, so this is so funny. Like for me, right, decent dressing is decent dressing. There should be a certain way you dress when you're going for a meeting. There should be a certain way you dress when you're going to work. There should be a certain way you dress when you're going to class. When you're attending lectures or you're going to school, you should wear formal dressing. Like it's a given. As in, you shouldn't think twice about it, right? Then in the nights, even though you're a student, you want to go to the club like on Friday and go and wala some yegu. You can wear your benuku and your showing tummy and everything is all right. I remember, but then you also need to agree that what people tend to be decent might differ because of upbringing, is relative and our environment, right? I remember that growing up, I know what is decent, right? I was taught what is decent. And I was going to campus one of those days and I wore this it wasn't a short skirt because I know not to wear short skirt to school. It was by my knee, but then it's this lycra. I was just stretching and holding my body. My whole shape was just showing.
And you were feeling yourself.
I looked myself for me. I said, today is the day. As I stepped out, my mother from nowhere, I don't know, she went to work. I don't know how she managed to come back, whether she forgot something. And my mom said, where are you going to? I said, I'm going to school. She said, no, you're not going to school. I said, I don't understand, I'm going to school because I'm a very stubborn girl. I said, I'm going to school. She said, no, you cannot be going to school. You can't wear this out. I said, what do you mean? And see that skirt green. If I see that skirt again, I'll buy it. That skirt there, it was like my favorite. She said, you're not going anywhere. Do you know? I said, I'm going. As I walk out, she dragged it back. I said, you're not going. Do you know my mom tore that skirt on my body?
I love your mom. Love your mom and my mom, they are kindred spirits.
Yes,
they belong to the same WhatsApp.
Only time. My mom tore that. No, that's the only time. No, I'll still come again. No, but in school, that's the first and only time my mom tore clothes on my body. Then the next time my mother looked for my trouble when it comes to dressing was her 70th birthday, which was just some few years ago, 4 years ago. I wore like I was wearing a trouser, but you know this is a leather trouser, but it's brown, so it's like your skin color.
It doesn't look like it looks like you're naked.
It looks like you're naked. So I was running around for my mom's party. I was doing everything, carried everything on my head. So I came back. I was trying to do something, put something in the fridge, and then she said, "Ah, hey, are you naked?" I said, what do you mean by my naked? How can I be naked? She said, but you're naked now. I said, can I be naked? I'm wearing this, just this. She said, no, my mother brought down the house.
So you went to change?
I said, are you kidding me?
Yes.
As an adult?
As an adult. We quarreled, though. She had to come and beg me because I said, look at me stressing out and everything. She said, but the thing looks like you're naked now. It's holding it's showing your whole body. I said, mommy, see,
I'm not a baby.
But so I understand that it's good, but then yes, when you're going to attending class, and you should dress formally. You should dress. See, your tummy should not show. You should not wear short clothes. Your cleavage should not show. Decent dressing is key.
Yeah. So after I hear your thoughts, I'll now read out some of the things so that we know exactly the gravity of what you're saying. So go ahead.
So this is your story. I just remember when I was in university as well. So just like you said, what decent dressing means, it's different for everybody. Yeah. So me coming from a Muslim home, a Hausa person, you know, we went to university. Of course, my dad bought wrappers. These wrappers that you tie now, you tie your hair, cover, and put your veil, you know. So when we got to school, we now started seeing all the people that came from Lagos, Lagosians, the Port Harcourt people. If you see their dressing, you know, they'll be looking
jeans,
posh
tops,
and everything. How about anytime my dad buys wrapper for me, I'll carry that wrapper back to the market. Buy, please. If maybe the wrapper was 6,000, I'll say, you take it 4,000, give me the 4,000. I'll now give those Lagos people, please. Just only trouser is in the north is indecent dressing. Like jeans, trousers, and just, you know, just wear it up. As long as it's showing your back and everything, is indecent. So what I did was, I'll buy those because I really wanted to wear those kind of, you know, if you see the way they do, I'm like, I admire this. I really want to wear something like that. So what I now did was, I'll buy those kind of clothes. I'll give them the money. They will buy it. When they come, I'll now use that our black abaya and cover. Anytime I'm going home, I'll wear it, then cover it up. You understand? So that was how we're covering ourselves up. But when we get to school, a certain place, we open it. You understand? So I understand this Gen Z because presently in the house with the girls, we are struggling with dressing. No, you can't wear this, you can't wear that, and all of that. So I like the fact that the school, they are coming out and saying this is because it's a huge distraction. Do you see what girls wear now? You can imagine there was one video that was circulating on the internet, just restaurants. Did you see what the girl wore to a restaurant? The restaurant people said, no, you can't even come inside and come and eat. You can't even, they sent her away. Somebody that just coming to spend just maybe max 30 minutes, eat and go. They refused. They stopped the lady and they said she should go. So you can imagine somebody dressing like that in school. And once you have those kind of dress, I've noticed that those people that wear all those kind of small you know, they expose themselves. All their clothes is all about, if it exposes this side today, tomorrow they wear the one that will expose this side. Next tomorrow they open the one. They have all those skimpy wears. They are specialized. That's what they see. That's what they see and that's what they like, you understand?
More material, more money.
I'm telling you. And so, yeah, so I like the fact that, you know, indecent dressing.
Like it with wisdom when you hear everything now.
Because let me tell you, like my religion, it says, you know, men are moved by what they see. And if something happens now, like all these, God forbid, all these rape cases and everything, this is how it starts.
Men still go abroad. The same men that are moved by what they see in Nigeria go abroad. Let them be moved there. Now, what stops them when you see people with bikini?
Yeah, but let's see it different. They are polygamous in nature.
Hey. Oh God, stop repeating that. We need to ban that thing on this table. We must never hear anybody.
We'll never hear you.
Nobody on this table should say that men are polygamous by nature. We disagree, and so we will not reiterate that narrative. Yes. Okay. So, here's my opinion on regulating dressing in a school. I strongly believe that there are appropriate dressing for different places. And like I said earlier, it is the responsibility of the leadership of every environment, because they are the ones responsible for you. They are also responsible for your irresponsibility and the consequences of your irresponsibility. So they must put structures in place to ensure that the consequences will not hurt them. You must learn to obey. While another thing, I love this quote by Kole Sorinyo. He said, the height of absolute freedom is insanity. I am free. I want to do anything I want to do. Yeah. I naked myself here. All of them are going to look me and say, she's so free. No. You dey crazy? That's the question. Because like, why you go naked yourself? You obviously must be crazy. It's a national television. It's not freedom anymore. It's insanity. So we need to curb this idea of thinking, let people be free. Let people be free at what age? To the detriment of what? because the school is responsibility not just to mold you academically, but to also mold you emotionally, to present a whole-rounded human being that will add value to the society. That when you say, I am a graduate of the prestigious University of Ife, Obafemi Awolowo University, they know that morally you are good, intellectually you are sound. They know that even when it comes to what is the nuances, emotional intelligence tells you, if I'm in a club, I will dress in a way. When I'm going to class, I dress in a way. So those things, they must breed it into you through discipline over time. So I am of the opinion that it is important they put structures in place. How severe that structure might be will depend. We cannot debate it, but there must be structure permitting what is good in a school and what is not right in a school. We were in China. It was hot. The heat wave and I die. See everybody wearing face cap, covering face, wearing mask, wearing everything. Because, and everything they were wearing were very light because they also want to cover without feeling hot. So the dresses are breathable. That was what everybody was wearing. In the class, they say we should dress formal. BC and I reached there as Nigerian babes. We carry suits and belly suits. When we reach class, now only us carry suits come class. Every other person dressed formal. They wore shirts and trousers. They were dressed formal. Their own sense of formal was different from our own sense of formal. But we're all decent. So it's important to read the nuances of the room as well. Now, in the stuff, sorry, just this final one before you now break down. In the stuff, they wrote about men weaving their hair. Now, I feel that children in university have no business weaving hair.
They are not children,
because it is a huge, even for ladies.
They are not children.
Even for girls, I feel like, you see this thing that this our hair, it's part of our beauty, but it can be a distraction. Because when you focus, if everything is, the men now are spending as much time in the salon on their hair.
I disagree.
I know.
From the days of our
father has scattered the table.
I don't say they should not weave their hair.
I've always woven their hair. Men wore earrings. Men wore it's African culture. Even when Oyibo people design high heels, it was men that started wearing heel shoes. So let's not even act like, let's leave that one first. I'm coming to that. But let's look through, what they have written in their statement. Said, in the view of contemporary trend of events in the university, any student found guilty of violation of the following dress codes in the university risk rustication for 1 semester. Misconduct sanction. It says sexually provocative dresses, rustication for 1 semester. Backless clothes, rustication for 1 semester. Let me just mention the things. Transparent wears, off-shoulder clothes, bomb shorts, tattered jeans, dreadlocks, fairing for male. I don't know what that means. Then cowries for female. Micro mini skimp dress, sagging for male, hair braiding for male, nose, mouth, eye, extra rings, unconventional wearing of face cap, tattoo, crop jump tops, multicolored braids for female, haircuts with inscriptions, t-shirts with obscene inscription depicting immorality, hooliganism, etc., heavy makeups, rumpled and dirty clothes. I bet for that university they get lights.
I bet they too do.
Hair plaiting or weaving by male students.
I never see anyone I disagree with.
Okay, then colored hairstyles, rustication, spangled hair, I don't know what that means. Unwelcome touching, kissing and hugging of opposite sex.
In public.
Massaging or sitting on the lap of opposite sex.
I love
hey,
this school.
come on.
I love this.
So my opinion is this, right?
Go and study.
I believe in decent dressing, right? Even me, the time I was wearing all of those skimpy dresses was because, I mentioned it earlier, they were cheaper. I had a sister in Unilag, so when I come to Teju Osho, come to visit, she'll take me to Teju Osho market to buy those tops, and I can, with small money, I can buy a lot of them, right? Then have a few jeans that I top them with. They were cheaper. When I upgraded to wearing shirts, the amount I used to buy 4 tops is what I used to buy 1 shirt in the university. So it was more expensive. But I understood why I needed to change, my dressing. Aside from the fact that they held me one time, it was because I was not getting to that level where lecturers were not beginning to notice me. Because initially they didn't know who I was. I would sit in front. I was very tiny, nothing to see. So I would sit in front. They didn't know it was me. But they knew that name, BC, in pole science. Who is this BC? We're 2 BCs. One was in education, one was in pole science. There's this BC that once the results come on the board, everybody's looking at BC's result. Who is this BC? Who is this BC? So they knew that, but they didn't know me. Then from 300 level, I started gaining a little bit of weight.
The chips were not
Beauty now started coming out. Then they now started seeing me. Have you been in this class? Sir, you taught me 100 level 200. So I knew I had to start wearing shirts to appear a certain way, right?
Yeah.
So I agree with, dressing decently for school. I have issues. I have younger kids at home. Every day you cannot sag in my house. You cannot sag in my house. The other day, the father threatened, I will flog you this belt if you don't raise this trouser up your waist.
Of course.
I have the young one that wants to wear short. Hey, because it's on your legs are too far, you cannot expose it. When we go on vacation, I'm there with you. We can wear. Me, your mommy said we wear and open because. But when we come here and you are going out, you have to dress a certain way. So I understand how it can be. But let's also not forget that these students are adults. They are able to make some adult decisions. When you now say someone, for instance, my daughter has a natural locks, natural hair that is locked since the time she was 8 years old. Now, for her to get into this university now, you are telling me that she has to cut those locks because she has to get into that school. I think it's a bit extreme. 2, the punishment, rusticating you from school.
Tarnishes your documents.
I think is extreme. For young, they are adults now. At least in our universities, you have to be up to 18. You can vote at 18, can't you? If you can vote at 18, you should be able to make some decisions. So if we have we do formal dressing here, and let's not also forget we have people in creative departments. We have the theater, performing arts and all of that. Are they also supposed to be in this? You have to be formal all the time. They need room for expression because of their courses. So I think that we always rush to do all of these things and make it like a glorified secondary school. We can calm down and say formal dressing, but you pierce your nose and all of that. If I come from a culture where I pierce my nose, am I supposed to take it up because I'm coming to school? I don't know if people will get me. I think it's just too extreme. Let's calm down, look at it, and see what can we remove from this list. Also understanding that times are changing. The world is global right now. So somebody
you're not spending all your life inside the school.
Let me say something.
Okay. Let's take a short break, honey. Before we come back, I'll come to you, Ramatu. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view will be right back.